The headlines: the Water Authority eases the hosepipe ban. Bad debts worry central banks. And the West Indies are thrashed by India in a World Twenty20 practice match. Welcome to Nation News for Thursday, March the 10th, 2016. Thanks so much for joining us. 10 days after imposing a blanket hose ban that annoyed some small businesses, the Water Authority has relented and approved exemptions for some operators. Fish markets, abattoirs, restaurants, funeral homes and businesses that wash vehicles commercially will now be allowed to use garden hoses and pressure washers. However, they must be rated at less than 3 gallons per minute and carry automatic shut-off devices. The same applies to animal farmers. Crop farmers are permitted to use drip irrigation. Owners of public swimming pools and spas that obtain water directly from Water Authority sources must obtain written permission to refill them. The full list of exemptions is available on nationnews.com. Caribbean regulators are worried about the status of non-performing loans, saying they pose a risk to the financial system in the region. Many of the loans borrowers are struggling to pay back or have defaulted on are said to be linked to collateral taken on real estate and also a decline in service-based economies. The concern was raised in a regional financial stability report just launched in Barbados by CARICOM Central Bank governors. Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Barbados, Cliviston Haynes, said there has been an increase in non-performing loans since 2009, though there has been a bit of an ease recently.
As you know, a lot of our economies are tourism-based, certainly in the services sector, and because of that, across the region, there has been an increase in the level of non-performing loans, although we're beginning to see some moderation in non-performing loans across the region. So the incidence of non-performing loans has actually been greatest in the service-based economies. And so if you do a comparison between the service-based economies and the commodity-based economies, what we see in the region is that the problem is greatest within the service-based economies.
An Irish economics professor has recommended that Barbados and other heavily indebted Caribbean countries seek debt relief to ease the financial albatross around their necks. David McWilliams said it is impossible to make Barbados' balance sheet better by borrowing more money, and so the question of debt restructuring and forgiveness had to be put on the table. He was speaking on Wednesday night at an economic outlook seminar sponsored by the Royal Bank of Canada and Royal Fidelity. Drawing on the experience of European nations like Portugal, Spain, Iceland and Italy, Professor McWilliams said there comes a point when debtors just cannot meet their commitments to creditors and debt forgiveness has to become part of the status quo.
Creditors have been here for a long time and Barbados has been very good to the creditors, domestic and local. So it's not as if you're going to do something out of the blue. What you're just saying is we need to cut ourselves a bit of slack because we need to allow the economy to breathe in order to restructure the economy, okay, to find out what is the next phase of growth in this country.
The Sparman Clinic is planning to become a 50-bed hospital. That's what its CEO, Dr. Alfred Sparman, has told an interviewer for a Barbados promotional supplement carried in a British newspaper. When asked about his plans for the next year, Dr. Sparman said that instead of having a 12-bed facility with orthopedic surgery and plastic surgery, he would have something like a 50-bed hospital with MRIs, CAT scan, everything on site. He was interviewed generally on the growth of Barbados as a medical tourism destination. Dr. Sparman said that health tourism will likely be the next big thing for Barbados. A massive gantry crane is going up at the port to speed up the offloading of cargo as part of a $100 million efficiency program. Officials say the port is also due to acquire at least 5 straddle carriers, the hydraulic vehicles that move freight around the harbor. The port has also made deeper drafts and dredged and reclaimed acres of land to be able to accommodate bigger cargo vessels. Sir Lloyd Sandiford has been given an award for his outstanding service to education. The former Prime Minister also served for a time as Minister of Education and is credited with the establishment of the Community College among his achievements. On Wednesday night, after receiving the 2016 Award for Excellence at the Caribbean Fine Art Fair, Sir Lloyd said he tried his best despite the problems he encountered.
You know, in life, We are given opportunities or we create opportunities. I was given an opportunity and I tried. I tried my best. I can only tell you that it was not easy. And one of the objectives I aimed at was to think about art education. We want and wanted to create a society that can appreciate art in all of its forms.
At the community college itself, students of the music program have held a musical celebration. What else? As a sort of jump start to the college's countdown to the 50th anniversary of independence. It was aimed mainly at foreign students who were served up a tasty menu of tuck, spooge, remember that? Raga soca and bashment soca through live demonstrations from the music students. Seems everyone had a ball, and why not? In sport, West Indies batting floundered alarmingly in a one-sided defeat to India in a warm-up match for the World 2020. India made 185 for 6 off their 20 overs. The West Indies limped to 140 before they were all out in the second ball of the final over. The margin of victory, 45 runs. Opener Rohit Sharma made 98 not out for India. Compare that to the top score for the West Indies of just 20 by Chris Gayle. And finally, fraternal twins born in Vietnam have been found to have different fathers, according to local scientists. The family decided to have the 2-year-olds tested when family members noted that one twin had thick wavy hair while the other had thin straight hair. DNA tests were performed on the two at the Center for Genetic Analysis and Technologies in Hanoi, and Le Din Leong, president of the Genetic Association of Vietnam, confirmed that they do in fact have 2 different fathers. The rare situation is known as heteropaternal superfecundation and occurs when a woman's egg is fertilized by 2 partners in a short period of time. There are apparently only 10 known cases in the world. Have they checked Barbados? And that's it for Thursday. For more Nation News, log on to nationnews.com and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember to get your Week in the Nation on Friday or subscribe to our e-paper.